Hello, hi, assalamualaikum. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to go for the last chapter in this subject, which is chapter 5, the technology and the journalism. So this is a few things that we need to know about how the technology changed the journalism in a very good ways, and what are a few things that we need to be prepared for our journey in the 21st century. Okay, so without further ado, let us begin. So nowadays there are 7 ways how technology changed the journalism industry, because we're not talking about the old-fashioned way anymore, because now we have a new ways in accessing towards the information, right? Okay, the first one is that we know the rise of the social media. Now everyone has their own social media and everyone can talk about everything. And then the news were not only reported on a newspaper but also in a smartphone. So sometimes we don't have to go to the store to buy the newspaper. We just read the news on the smartphone. So this is way on how technology changed the journalism industry. So we need to be prepared for this, because we're not only writing for the newspaper, but we're also writing for the news in the smartphones. When we talk about the news in the smartphones, it has to be short and sweet and very packed with information, right? And then we have chat apps where we can chat with like most of everyone, because every single one of us has chat apps. Okay, and then we have chat box for conversation. For example, if you open up your Facebook, or if you're opening up your Twitter, your Instagram, they provide the chat box for us to do some conversation. So it's no longer depending on the chat apps solely, but we also can use the chat box for conversation. Not only that, way in overseas, they have provided, or they have developed a robot reporters, where the robot were the one who replacing the reporters in spreading news, in giving information to the public. Due to the technology nowadays and due to the social media as well, we can get the full access to all the pictures that we have. Why? Because everybody has the access to do that. So we have the ability to get to the full access to the picture of any situation, issues, or any accidents or incidents that happens. Okay? And it also developed a virtual reality relationship where we might not know someone, but because of social media, it seems that we know them. For example, if we're friends with a public figure, celebrity, athletes, and so forth and so on, if we like comment on their Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and they were replying on us, it had been developed a virtual reality relationship. We don't know them in a very reality life, but we're friends with them in the virtual life. So it creates a virtual reality relationship. So this is how 5 technology ways in changing the journalism industry, which makes the process of getting information and spreading information is much more easier. Due to the rise of the social media, some of us might become an entrepreneur in promoting our products and our brands in the social media. So these are 8 elements on how to create a success media social. First of all, you need to have a very clear goals about what you're trying to do. Are you trying to promoting your products, your services, your brands, or whatever you're trying to do? You have to need to have a clear goals. Sorry. Then you need to understand the audience. Who is your audience? If your target market is adult, then what is the proper channel or proper platform for you to use, which gives you the right platform there. In determine what are the right platform for you to use in order for you to get reach to your audience. And then you need to have a very good planning and schedule. You need to have a very good time engagement. Time engagement, which means that you need to know when to post out your post. Because if you're using Facebook, you need to understand your target market is, most of them is a working person or working individuals, working group. So you know that during 1 to 2 p.m. is one of the good ways time engagement for you to post up your post, because at that time they were looking at their phones. Okay, most of the time 8 to 12, maybe they are busy with your work. Okay, so you need to understand this as well. And then you need to know the social tools that you can use, which is also quite similar to right platform, which is that if you're using uh, Instagram, then the right tools is the photos. You should have a very good photos, interesting videos to be posted out there. Then you should have a social media audit, analysis, and measurement where you can analyze on the person who came in and out in your social media. You need to know the traffic. You need to know if your marketing product advertisement is working or not. So these are all 8 elements of a success media social, but this is just a guideline because I'm not an Insta famous, I'm not an tweet famous, I'm not a Facebook fanatic user. So this is basically the guides, okay, 8 elements on having a success media social. Right, now when we're talking about the sport reporter, sport journalist, now we are facing challenges, especially in this 21st century. So there are 10 basic needs for you as a journalist in the 21st century that you need to understand. The first one is you need to learn the basic coding. Basic coding is actually where um, you can get to hack your way through with the HTML things, understanding the codes and understanding to navigate the content management system. Here and there, a few things about software management, because if you don't have this a general idea or basic coding idea, then it will be a problem for you, especially when your account got hacked or your account or your post got harassed. You did not know how to do it. Number 2, you need to master math. Some of the journalists found that numbers are cringe, but you need to know numbers. You need to be very good in math, because some of us need to analyze the data. The sports stories contain sports statistics, sports scores. We need to know how to calculate the placing in a league. So you need to be very good in math. Okay. Number 3, you need to understand the economics. You need to understand the economics of the industry and what is the current demand for the economics nowadays. What are the stories that can be demanded by the publics nowadays? So people demand for this, and you're going to supply them this. By understanding the economics, you will be able to deliver a very good sport report or even a very good sport news for the public. Number 4, you need to know who is your audience. Understanding your audience, meaning that it also leads to the understanding the economics from the demands by the audience. It creates the economics, demands and supply. So you need to understand that news is not only a publication, but it's actually a conversation from the reporter to the public in exposing on the news and the reports of any events that happens nowadays in the country or even outside of the country. So knowing your audience is very important. You need to know who are they, what are they reading on, what are their demand, what are their interests in. So you need to understand all this. Okay? Number 5, you need to build your brand. This is why, because when you're becoming someone known in the social media, for example, or even in your writing, people will know you, so you can develop your brand. By building up your brand, you're actually bringing up your name to a popularity scene where people can see you as someone who is not only a reporter but also an influencer. So basically this is very good because it also helps you in spreading the news or exposing the news. Okay. Number 6, you need to engage in your social media. What it means is that you need to be very active in your social media. Find the right platform that you can use, or you're suitable in using it, or you are comfortable in using it. For example, if you're comfortable in using Twitter, then just use tweet to tweet some of the news. Okay, if you're looking at the Twitter nowadays, some of the journalists, some of the reporters, they are writing the report in Twitter by creating a thread. So because in Twitter you have a very limited number of alphabets, which is not, if I'm not mistaken, is a 140 words you can write in Twitter. So you need to create a thread. So a thread is actually, if it's interesting, the audience will keep on reading it. So Engage on your social media. Number 7 is related to number 6. Keep it under 140 words, not more than that. Because when you're writing something that is very packed and full with information, people will read it because people love to read something that is very short and sweet but full of information so that they don't have to read like so many words on it. Okay. Number 8, you need to produce content on the multiple platforms. If you're putting it in a Twitter, why don't you put it also in your Facebook or even in your Instagram? Because when you're putting all these things in a various platform, you're going to have a various audience to read it out. So, and also different types of platforms gives you a different types of ways in exposing the news and the reports, because in Instagram it's focusing more on the photos. Interesting photos make people interested in reading it. Okay, so different types of platforms um, gives you a different pleasure to the audience. Number 9, please clean your copy. Well, being a digital savvy or someone is very literate in using digital, it doesn't mean anything if you're doing a mistake. For example, you got a misleading information, misleading content. So you have to ensure before you post it out, you have to make sure that the things that you post is something that is factual. It's not something that is fiction, and you have to have a very good sources, a reliable sources, in order for your words to be heard. Okay. And number 10, the last one is you need to stay adaptable because the technology is a fast changing process. So whatever you have today is something that maybe you don't use anymore tomorrow. For example, how fast is the iPhone launch out their product? So you can see how technology is emerging, evolves very fast, and this is very, very important for you to stay adaptable, to get connected with the technology, the new technology. Okay, so that are the 10 basic needs for the journalists in the 21st century. With that, we have finished our chapters. So I hope that everyone understand about how to become a very literate journalist in the 21st century and what are the things that is changing the journalism industry nowadays. So hope that you guys have a good day. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me in a WhatsApp group, or you can just simply put down the comment down there so I can read it out and maybe I can clear it up for you. With that, thank you so much, guys. Happy New Year. Hope to see you guys in wherever we're going to see each other. Okay. Take a good care of yourself. Stay safe. And yes, thank you. Thank you very much.